Now we have room for a big window. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Carla. Well, it's definitely getting colder, and as you can see, we have quite a bit of fog this morning. It's definitely making it a bit colder. We're in a valley, so the fog will probably stay here for some hours still, but we'll see if we can work up some heat. Last time, in the last video, I talked about the next project will be the fuel fills, but I decided to start the windows instead in the aft cabin. As you know, we're going to remove the windows now, cut them out, and then put a new plate in, and then later on, when we figure out what windows we want in the aft cabin, we'll make new holes for them in between the deck beams or the beams. So for now, I'll have to figure out somehow to open the tent so that we get the tarp over us instead of just opening it. I want the roof. The weather forecast doesn't say that there's any rain coming, but well, you never know. So we better make a small roof, and then I'll have to figure out some kind of scaffolding from the stairs and out so that we can stand and work there. So yeah, it's a bit of work, but let's get going. Okay, well, luckily I have this old scaffolding, and I hope the kids don't get too cross with me because they usually play on this over by the workshop, but they'll get it back. I think I can hook it onto the stairs with the hooks, and then maybe I'll see if I can get some wood and make an end. Then at least we can work on the two front windows, and then we'll have to do something else for the last one. So yeah, let's see if we can find some wood. Well, there it is. We got the scaffolding up. I tied this one into the step down there, and also this one is tied into the back. The plate is fastened onto the step, so it shouldn't go anywhere. So now we have a solid platform to work on. And well, it holds. So now the first step is to remove these windows. I think we'll remove them in one big piece. I see no reason to cut it up between and do it in two pieces. Might as well do one big piece. Over here we have the old exhaust from the furnace, the diesel furnace, and up here we have two ventilation holes from the overboard valves or the overboard system. We're not exactly sure where the overboard system is going to be. Might be here, then we'll drill some new holes. But for now, it fits that we cut all the way past these down on this side and then back underneath the windows. I think we should go inside and have a look at again why we're changing the windows, and maybe have a crack at taking them out before we cut it. If we can't get them out, we'll leave them in, cut them out with the sheet. So yeah, let's have a go. Well, here you can see the windows are mounted into this frame into the boat. I don't know if you can see it. Like this. And they're only fastened by these small screws into the aluminium frame. And on the other side, I tried removing some of the screws and they came loose quite easily. There's not much hole left in the screws because they're one kind of metal and the aluminium is just corroding away. So soon it'll only be the glue holding the windows and we can't have that. Other than that, we also have these frames of beams that should be going all the way up to the deck, but they're not because of the windows. So we want to remove all the windows, put the frames back in, and then have smaller windows going in between the frames so that we have a strong boat, as strong as possible. And also this, I don't want it to just be glue holding the windows. But now I've just cut around the window on the outside with a knife, trying to cut some of the glue. I couldn't get all the way in, but I cut some of it. So we'll try removing the screws and put a crowbar on it and see if we can pop it out. We might end up breaking the window, but we'll see. Wow. Well, it came out. I don't know how to feel about this. I think somehow it just proves my point. It was quite easy. So, and I could feel pulling out the screws that they didn't have any hole in it. Some, but not enough, because they're just screwed into the aluminum. And there's not much thread left in there. So with these corroding away and only the glue holding it, and as you can see, the glue came off quite easily actually. It's not even where I cut it. The glue came off totally. So we wouldn't want to be sailing around the Atlantic with windows that wanted to pop out. We've heard of that before. So yeah, I think it's a good thing we're doing it. And these windows has been modified quite a lot, I can see. I don't know how they were originally supposed to be mounted. There's been some modifying to it. This is probably good enough. If you're just sailing around in near coastal waters, it might be fine. But our plan is to cross the Atlantic, is to go all around the world. And I want to trust the windows. And also, well, we ripped out the whole interior of the boat. We might as well get the windows too. So yeah, let's have a crack at the other one. Well, they're out. Just to make it perfectly clear, I'm not after the guy who made this boat. He had other intentions with it when he put in the windows, for example. I have great respect for him. He built this boat from scratch. He used a lot of years of his life building this boat. And I really admire his work. It's a very strong boat, but we have other intentions, other plans for it now than when, for example, he put the windows in. So, just to make it clear, I'm not after him. I really admire him, and we love that we got the possibility to take over the boat and continue with it, and it'll be here for many years. So yeah, but now we got the windows out. Winter time is coming, so it's time to start thinking about the engine. Last winter I did put fresh coolant on it and made sure that we had enough coolant to get us through all the low degrees. But this winter is going to be new because now there's no interior, and I've taken apart a lot of hoses around the engine. So it's time to check that it's still winterized. And with that thought, I thought it could be fun to see if we could start up the engine. Of course, we've taken apart the fuel tanks and everything. We'll have to rig up something with some fuel connections or something. But it would be nice. It would be a good thing for the engine as well, just to start it up and get it going once in a while through the winter and through next year, of course, as well. So I've got out the 2 batteries, and I'll start charging them, and then maybe in the next video we'll do a start of the engine thing. So yeah, let's get them connected. I have a 24-volt charger, and the battery is of course a 12-volt. So I'll connect them in series and then start charging. Now, because we only have a 24-volt charger and an old one, but hopefully it works. Because we only have the 24 volts charger, we'll connect the batteries in series so that we get 24 volts out of two 12 volts. And doing that, we'll connect minus to plus with a connecting wire, and then we'll charge on minus and plus. Then we have 24 volts. This is quite old wiring, so we'll just clean them up so we know that we have a good connection. Hopefully the batteries still work. I don't know. They're only 1 year old. We bought them when we bought the boat, so hopefully they work. Otherwise we'll have to get some other batteries to get it to run. Just taking a piece of sandpaper, going through the connections. Now, why didn't I bring... One moment. Okay, they're connected in series, minus to plus on the other battery. And then it's time to connect this plus to plus and minus to minus. Wish me luck. Okay, they're charging. Now we'll see if they work still. I'll leave it here to charge and get on with the other projects. Well, we're all set up. I brought out the cutter and hooked up the compressor downstairs. I used heat to remove all the paint, as I've done before. It works really good. Takes the filler with it as well. And then I've drawn up where I want to cut. So now it's just time to get cutting. And again, of course, we'll use the steel ruler to move the cutter up against to get a straight line. So yeah, exciting. Let's see how it goes. Well, I just filmed me knocking this loose and talking to you guys, but in time lapse. When am I gonna learn? Oh well, it's loose. Now we have room for a big window. No, not really. Plate back in, the beams back in, and 2 small windows between the beams. So yeah, but holy moly, that's a big hole. It went alright, I think. I had some trouble over here with the nozzle on the cutter plugging up, especially when I was moving horizontally. It wanted to plug up, but I just had to clean it every, I don't know, 15 centimeters or something. That's okay. But yeah, other than that, it went really well, I think. I just have to take this one down and make a new plate the same size. Well, we got it up and it actually fits quite nicely. I just need to grind a little bit on the bottom, then I think the top will pop in as well and it'll be almost perfect, almost. But it's getting dark, it's almost 4:30 and well, it's getting darker and darker in the evening, but that's winter time for you. So tomorrow we'll be grinding away and see if we can get it to fit. Well, it's finally time to get some welding done. We fitted the plate. It took some time. The grinding was okay, but trying to fit the plate I had to weld on all these small screws to use the crowbar to push it into place. But it worked alright actually, and by using my small magnet I could see when I was using the crowbar when the plate was even, instead of having to hold the small angle all the time. It worked quite well actually. So yeah, now it's finally time to start welding. this is the first time I'm going to weld vertically with this welder, so I wanted to try a piece first, so I welded this, as you saw. Yeah, and it went really well. I'm going to weld it from the inside as well. It's not only the outside, I'm going to weld it from both sides so that I can grind down the welding on the outside and still have a proper weld on the inside. Yeah. Let's get welding. Well, that's it for the outside. Turned out quite well. Of course, I'll have to grind away the weldings so that we get a flush front, but I won't grind them away before I've welded the back side, just so that I'm sure that we have enough thickness, because there is tension in the metal. So I don't want to have some weak spots going cracking on me. So yeah, and I think I just heard something. Haha, look at that.
Lunch.
It's lunch.
There you go. And fresh coffee.
Thank you. What have I done to deserve this? See you later. Well, we got it welded on the back side, on the inside, on the inside. So now it's just time to grab the big grinder and remove the welding from the top. Then we're finished. Then I'll give it a quick spray with the zinc spray, and then we can move on to the next window. Well, 2 down, only 6 more to go. Now it's time to get on with the next window, but I have a lot of footage and I think it's time for me to edit a video for you guys. This weekend we'll be looking at the engine. We'll see if we can start it and get it winterized, but that'll be in the next video. For now, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it's a lot of welding, but well, we have a lot of welding to do. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you like it. Hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us a lot. Other than that, thank you very much for watching and see you next time.